a maximum or a minimum. The maximum is the maximum number that the maximum y value that a curve could have, or the y-axis variable that a curve could have. Whereas the minimum value is the minimum value that a y variable could have. Our graph can be either increasing or decreasing. So an increasing function, as our x increase from the left to the right, our y will increase going up. We have a decreasing function where our x is increasing, but our y is decreasing, going from the top to the bottom. You will notice with our curve, we have a set face curve and a smiley face curve. For our smiley face curve, this side here is decreasing because as the x values increase, the y values decrease. Whereas this side is increasing because as the x values increase, the y values also increase. On this set face graph, as our x value increase going from left to right, so is our y value going from low to high up. And on this side, we have a decreasing graph because our x values are increasing, but our y values are decreasing. Now let's talk about the rate of change in a curve. We'll start off with section A. We would note here, so this is our y-axis, this is our x-axis, that's the positive, that's the negative, that's the positive, that's the negative. In this case, our graph is increasing, and the rate at which it's increasing is also increasing. How do we see that? If we draw a tangent at part continuously in our curve, we will realize that the tangent's slope is increasing. Could have started at 1, now it is at 2, now it is at 3. So the way that your y is increasing is increasing. Increase by 1, then increase by 2, then increase by 3. Then let's go to B. In B, we're still going from negative to positive values. But we will see that if we draw a tangent to our graph, we will notice that the slope is decreasing. The rate of change is decreasing, even though our graph is increasing. Then we'll look at C here, where our y values are decreasing with an increase in x. But if we draw tangent lines, we will note that these tangent lines increases the slope of it, the absolute value of it is increasing as we go down, as we decrease. So the rate at which y is decreasing is increasing. So it used to decrease by just 1, now it's decreasing by 2, now it's decreasing by 3, and so forth. The last one, we still have a decreasing graph, but the way it is decreasing is decreasing. So let's draw our tangents. We will see that as we go downwards, our tangent becomes gentle, but less steep. What does that mean? At first, we used to change, our y values would change with a 5, with a changing, with 1 change in x. Then they started changing with 4, then they started changing with 3, 2, 1, and eventually they will stop changing. Let's take a look at an example. It says, for the graph shown below, for x is an element between -5 and 2, Describe using intervals notation the set of values of x for which a, the values of y is increasing as x is increasing. So x will always increase in that direction, and we're looking for part where our y is going in that direction, increasing. We will note it's going to be before minus 3 and before minus 3, after minus 3 and before minus 5. Between those two. And also, we will note it's going to be between 0 and 2y. This means that this part here, we can see that the y's are decreasing with an increase in our x values. Therefore, this is a decreasing graph. Question B says the rate of change of y with respect to x is positive, right? Meaning that if you draw your tangent is going to look up. So if we draw our tangent here, we will see that the tangents are positive. So between 5 and minus 3, those graphs are facing upwards, so they are positive. And also here, if we draw our tangents, we'll see that the graphs are facing up or going this way, so they are positive. But if we take a look at this section, if we draw a tangent here, we will see that the lines look like this, which is a decreasing rate of change.